Yeah, so I'm actually here live monitoring the live stream. So if you have questions, let me know, and I can just verbally repeat the answer or type it in to the live chat. Let me know. So in terms of a recommended broker, I mean that's not easy to answer if I don't know more details. Um, there's so many brokers. You could use any broker. You got to get used to, uh, what works for you. For example, if you're in the United States, uh, it's a little bit harder to find offshore brokers. But if you're offshore, like I like Eagle FX, I like CoinX. As far as the U.S. goes, I like Oanda. So yeah, it's really specific to you, but it's not hard to go out and find a broker. I mean, they're everywhere, and you can open up a free account, a free demo account. It's really, really easy. Oddly, the market is kind of slow here on a Thursday. I know yesterday was so many trades, it was hard to keep up with them all. But you can see if I go to the history results here, we did a couple NZD CAD this morning for a total of $41.13 profit. I do have to tell you that don't focus too much on the profit that I'm showing in the account, because this is my signal account. This is the account that sends out the signals in my fxwithterry.com free signals group. So uh, what I do is I use the lot size as what's called a multiplier. So if you went in to the first NZD CAD sell trade, I went in at 0.10. That's a multiplier of 1. That means bid 1 times what you would normally bid. And if we have to scale in trades, I got some feedback in the background. If we have to scale in trades, then what we do, if I'll add more and more and more trades to a particular currency pair, and then if I have to upgrade the bid, if I have to increase the bid will go to 0.20 or maybe 0.40. It's not martingale. It's not a direct increase every time. But if you get a signal from me that says NZD CAD sell 0.20 lot size, that means you should bid twice what you originally bid on the first trade. So you got to be mindful of your account size, your leverage, and what you should bid. You don't want to do your max bid on the very first trade, because we could get a trade that goes against us. That's how Forex works. And And then what we do is we increase the bid a little bit each time. Looks like someone says non-U.S. citizens accounts. You know, see, that's the thing. That's why it's unique to everybody. You have to go out and find your own broker. Just type in Forex broker. I mean, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of them. But like I said, I like Eagle US, and they do not accept U.S. citizens, but there are ways to get an account like that if you really want to. So yes, I am here live. You can see me in the video screen there. So if you have any questions, let me know. Glad to answer. Unfortunately, just after noon Mountain Time for me here, and not a lot of volume in the market. You can see we did $41 in profit so far today. If you actually look for the week, I mean, you know, it's not about how much profit, but if you look for the week, we've done $422.13 in profit with the free signals. That is my signal bidding a dollar. You could bid anything you want on the signal. That's just a reference. It's a general reference, day to day, week to week, of what the stream is making, or the free signal stream is making. Maybe actually what I can do is I can switch around a little bit here and maybe look at a few other accounts. So let me go on pause just for a minute here, and I'll pull up another account. So here's an account that is active right now. This is actually my challenge account for YouTube. It is we started at a $3,000 account. I'm going to trade it to $100,000. I am taking a few signals right now from my particular system. You can see here you can see the comment. Let me move this around the screen here. I guess I shouldn't say no trades yet, right? There's a few there. But this is not a direct signal account. This is an account, again, my challenge account for YouTube. If we look at the history, it has made $168.11 today. So let's see, a couple questions here. In fact, you know what I want to do? Let me kind of configure this on my end so I can have the live chat up at the same time. You won't be able to see this here, but let me read through this here. Someone asked, do you provide gold signals? You know, I've been doing some gold testing in the group, and it's something that I'm slowly working into the system. The reason everybody likes gold signals and gold trades is because they make a lot of money fast. But guess what? When you try to make money fast, you will also lose money really fast. I trade 22 currency pairs of the standard Forex crosses, and it's very stable. I call it no loss. We do not lose. And I know there's a lot of people on the internet, a lot of people on YouTube that say, well, you can't do Forex trading without losing. Mathematically you can, and mathematically I do. So you just have to follow along. Superman says, looking good on YouTube. Well, thank you. Does my bald head look good? I hope it does. But nonetheless, you know, if you have any questions, ask. But I'm basically just sitting here waiting for a trade to go off. Let me switch scenes one more time here and go back to our trading account. So this is the trading account. No signals open yet. You can see we closed $41 so far today, and for the week, $422, $440 for the month. Well, I shouldn't say for the month, it's because it's only the first today. For the last 30 days, but I've only been trading this account for a couple weeks. So the question is, do I deal with account management? I really don't manage anybody's account, but management with my signals is really pretty easy. I have the full auto trade option, which isn't necessarily a management option, but you have full control over it. You can bid whatever you want, take as many trades as you want, you can take as few trades as you want. You can trade up to 22 currency pairs or just a handful of currency pairs. And I also have a bonus feed that I give out to everyone that signs up for auto trading. It's called my one profitable trade feed. So what it does is it takes one profitable trade at a time from my main system and it sends it to your account. So that it's very conservative, very stable, very straightforward. And in the end, you really need to learn and manage your own account. It's not that hard. Just don't overtrade, don't overbid. I'm curious who Superman actually is. You'll notice that I'm pretty much a real person on the internet. So who is Superman? Is it somebody I know? Someone said that's a big account. Wrong way to look at it. This is my signal account. I send out a signal from this account. So it doesn't. You can take these signals and these trades on any account. Absolutely any account, any broker, any account size. So this is just a sample feed that I send my trades out from. It's literally irrelevant how big the account size is. It's all based off of the signal that I send, which I send all winning trades. I have an algorithm, artificial intelligence, that does that for me. So yeah, pay no attention to the account size. It really has nothing to do with it. Ah, Superman is Nick from Discord. Everyone hides behind some sort of fake name on YouTube. It drives me crazy. Yeah, I mean, you could take my signals on a $100 account. Of course, it comes down to what you bid. So once we switch over to auto trading, in fact, that's what I'll do. Let me switch accounts real quick here, and I'll show you the auto trading account, and it might make the auto trading concept a little bit more clear. So stand by. All right, so here we are. Here's my actual auto trading account. Let me adjust a few things on the screen here. So this is the auto trading account, and this is an example. This isn't the feed that gets sent out, but you'll notice that all of the trades, let me move this, no trades yet. You'll notice that all of the trades are sent out at 0.01 lot size. So we're in quite a few different trades right now. If you look at the history, we've had $16.96 close today. Just a ton and a ton of winning trades. Any of the red, like the negative $1.24 and the negative 338, those were actually baskets of trades. So Euro USD, NZD USD, those were baskets of trades. Those were multiple trades on the same currency pair that they all ended in a net profit. So there was no loss from balance. You can see the profit is $16.96 there. But that is the auto feed. So when it sends out to your account on an automatic basis, the auto feed, you can see you get a lot of trades. You can control it. You can bid what you want. You can choose to select only certain currency pairs. And like I said, I do have a dedicated feed called the One Profitable Trade feed. And what my AI system does is it takes one of these trades and trades it to profit. And then it takes another one trade, one currency pair, I should say. It could be multiple trades on the same currency pair. But very conservative, very stable. Could be used, literally hands-free. It's probably not, unless you overbid, it's probably not going to overwhelm your account. It's just going to be consistent, nice, consistent profits. If you look at what this thing has done for the week, this is a $3,000 account taking all of my auto trades, all of them, and bidding 10 cents. So for the week, it's made $226 on a $3,000 account. That's pretty darn good. Month-wise, if you look for the last month, I've only probably had this open for about 2 or 3 weeks. $286.61. So it's doing really well. And if you go back and look at the drawdown right now, we're usually somewhere between $20 and $50 drawdown at any given time. So just proof positive that that this is just a good solid system. Let me switch accounts and go back. Okay, stand by. right, so we'll go back to the Free Signals account, and we're just waiting for a trade to come in. Let's see, someone says, do I trade alone or do I have a professional team? I do this 100% by myself. It's an algorithm and artificial intelligence system that I built, and it is 100% me manipulating and manage this entire thing. So you said, should I trade one currency pair at a time, or is it better to trade multiple pairs at the same time? That is a personal preference. That is your own personal risk appetite. If the larger account that you have, the more you can bid, the more leverage that you have, the more you can bid, the more currency pairs you can trade. If you have a really tiny account, you probably should take one currency pair at a time. If you have a big account, you can take all the way up to the 22 currency pairs. And anything $3,000 or more, most 99% of the time can handle all 22 currency pair trades at the lowest lot size, 0.01. But that's the nice thing about my system. It gives you complete freedom. You can get in and practice on a demo, take one currency pair, take two, take 10, take 5, take 22. You can take the auto trades. You can place the signal trades manually. So yeah, there's no limitation. It's my profitable system sending you exactly what you want. So I could answer the question, should you trade one currency pair or is it better to trade multiple, based off of your account size, based off of your leverage. So it's a very individual, unique thing to you. Excuse me. The question is, what should be the spread of? I don't pay attention to spread at all. Spread is spread. It's nothing we control. I mean, hell, we don't control anything. We don't control the market, but I don't worry about spread. It's all factored in. If you have a broker where you're making a lot less profits than what I'm showing in my signals, and their spread is too high, you need to go to another broker. But I really don't. I definitely don't worry about the fees, and I don't worry about the spread. My system takes that into effect, from the broker that I send my trades out from, which at this point in time is Eagle FX, but I could send it out from anybody. It really doesn't matter. So yeah, don't pay too much attention. I mean, if you're entering trades and losing every trade, even though my signal is winning, your broker is your breaker. Yeah, they're breaking you. Your broker is not giving good spread, or the commissions are too high. Superman says, how do you figure out how much to bid that's relative to your account size? Is there a formula, like you shouldn't bid any more than 5% of your total balance, for example? There's no formula. I can tell you with my system, and this is probably this could turn into a long-winded. It's very firstly about practice. So if you're like, I'm going to trade my own money, I'm going to trade my own $1,000 account, you probably should practice on demo first, because it certainly comes down to what your broker is giving in terms of leverage. You can bid a lot more with higher leverage. But there is no perfect bid. There absolutely is no perfect bid. So you practice and you figure out how much you bid. I'll give you an example. Um, Last year we had some really volatile days where currency pairs went 20, 30 trades deep, um, and continued to enter trades and increase the lot size. Not every trade, but increase the lot size. And for someone who got complacent and was bidding massive amounts, because my trades would enter and then take profit, enter and take profit. The system, it just is a winning system. However, that one currency pair, when the market decides, when the banks and the hedge funds decide to manipulate the market, and the trade goes against us, they're always going to bring it back, right? What we do is we enter additional trades as the price goes against us, and we slowly increase the lot size, not every trade, and we drag that take profit price closer and closer and closer to the current price, and we always win. So if you were overbidding in on that particular day, you could lose your entire account. Absolutely. So there's ways to manage it once you realize it's running away from you. Obviously, if we get a runaway trade, which happens a couple times a year, if we get a runaway trade, the likelihood that I'm sending it out via my signal is greatly reduced. The likelihood that you're getting that trade, certainly if it's a signal, you may not be taking the trade because I'm talking about it. You may be waiting. If it's a full auto trade and you're in that trade, then there's ways to manage it. But if I were to give someone just, close my eyes, roll the dice, I would say this. If you're taking all of the trades of the 22 currency pairs on the auto trader, what I suggest is to bid 0.01 per $1,000 up to a $5,000 account. So that would be a 0.05 lot size or a 5x multiplier, because I send the trades out at 10 cents. So above 10,000, for every 2,500, above 5,000, for every 2,500 above 5,000, you can add an additional 0.01 lot size. So for a $10,000 account, you would be bidding 0.07 lot size on every currency pair. And that would keep you 99% of the time a very conservative, and profits would just roll along. But if you're taking the signal manually, it just comes down to you looking at your margin level percent. When you bid X and your margin level percent comes down to 150%, you way overbid. If you're taking trades and they're going into profit, take a trade, goes into profit, and your margin level percent is 5 or 10,000%, you've got room. You've got room from that original trade entry to go ahead and add more trades. And if my system suggests you increase your lot size, then you have room to do that. It is purely practice. Boy, I'll tell you what, if it was linear, like, well, here's the formula, everybody be making $1 billion. Because what happens is you get suckered in the market. Take an example like yesterday. We were trade, profit, trade, profit, trade, profit, just one after the other. And my system's really good that way. But when the banks or the hedge funds decide to manipulate a currency pair and you're in that trade and it goes against you 10, 20, 30 plus trades on one currency pair, and you're having to, you already bid too much on the first one, you're not going to be able to bid on the last one. And you're going to end up getting out of that trade at break even or a loss. So I anticipate those types of things. My system does a lot to protect us against that, but I don't control the market. If I did, probably wouldn't be sitting here on YouTube. I would take my multi-billions and go out and buy hookers and airplanes. All right, that was a joke. So yeah, there's no way to figure out bidding. You can see that I'm going deep on this. There's no way to figure out your bidding until you practice, because it's individual to you. I mean, think about it yesterday. If we knew the future, like the NZD, let's say NZD CAD, or I think it was GBP USD went into a trade, and we were in that trade for 2 minutes and 34 seconds and it took profit, 8 to 10 pips. If you knew that, And you can pretty much know that, but if you knew that, you'd have bid $100 per pip. You'd have made $1,000 on that trade in 2 minutes and 34 seconds, right? So your personal risk, and frankly, I do that when we get a trade day like yesterday, where we were just getting trade profit, trade profit. I'm like, okay, there's a pattern going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and take whatever next trade comes through, and I'm gonna really bid on this trade. I'm gonna bid heavy. But that has to do with you paying attention to the market and watching, when you're getting trades go off and profit, trade profit, trade profit, trade profit, you can get in, this what is this? Forex is degenerate gambling. You're a degenerate gambler. Uh, I just try to do my best to be relatively conservative most of the time, and once in a while I'll jump into a trade and just bid an exorbitant amount that my account can handle, right? You don't want to do a big large bid on your account where the moment you enter it, your margin level percent is 94%. You overbid, right? If I go in heavy and my margin level percent comes down to about 1,000, okay, that's a pretty heavy bid, on a decent sized account. Um, Practice and watch your margin level percent. That's it. Well, I'll tell you what, I can't imagine the market is so slow right now. We've had free signal trades coming through over and over and over again, and then all of a sudden, all day yesterday and then last night, tons of trades, and you can see now nothing. Welcome to random Forex trading. If you're just joining us live, if you have any questions, please put them in the live chat, or you can leave a comment if you're watching the recording. But we are live as of, let's see, 12:42 p.m. Mountain Time, Thursday afternoon, February 1st. Or head on over to fxwithterry.com and get access to my free trading signals. You can see this couple trades up on the screen. These are from my free signals in just the last few hours. If you're just joining us live, let me know in the live chat, like where you're from, what you're doing, if you have any Forex trading experience, if you're already a member of fxwithterry.com, let me know.